Ladies and gents, I regret to inform you that the end of the world is upon us. Yes, this is true. Is it because of the recent natural disasters? Is it because the Lorax is trying to provoke a nuclear war from an angry yellow man?
Is it because people are slowly coming to terms with self-doubt and starting to feel pitiful and empty in this meaningless existence that we desperately try to escape every day of our lives, and we're just lying down the hole, we're just crushing reality, and everything is infinitely meaningless!
If you answered D, all the above, then what the fuck are you doing, you omnipotent smartass? You clearly know everything. Okay, all jokes aside, if you're watching this, then this celebrated circle jerk of a shitfest known as Miiverse is in all likelihood dead as the memes it constantly vomited out. Like a sad emotional Irish during happy hour. Anyways, a certain admin wanted me to prep this thing a while back, and who am I to question the wants of others? You know, so long as I get to tear something apart and sit back while everyone else laughs at it. So to honor Nintendo's failed abortion of a social site that somehow had more longevity than an entire system, this is the 30-ish post salute for Miiverse. I don't really know how many posts there are in here. If posts aren't gonna try, then why the fuck should I? First, the more recent stuff. Okay, this one actually isn't bad. I only picked this one because, well... How the fuck do you respond to this? Why you acting like diarrhea? I'd like to think that I'm fairly well versed in speaking, since it seems that I'm one of the few people under the age of 25 that doesn't mind cracking open a dictionary, but I'd sure as shit be stumped if someone just whipped this out on me. I guess the only retaliation I could have against this would be because I'm tired of your crap. Still not a very scholarly response though. I mean, really, try this out for yourself. And please, by all means, let me know if they could come up with a response to that. My Nintendo 3DS stylus cracked. Do you know where I can get one? Yes, I checked this account. This is not a bait. And if it is, they have crafted each and every one of their posts to seem like this stuff was derived from the mind of a heavily sheltered middle schooler who hasn't even laid eyes upon a sidewalk. Parents, please take your kids to the store. Next up, stupidity bundled with good intentions. Just basic Miiverse is shutting down stuff, but it's some of the words that build it that make this less stable than a Jenga tower made from the hopes and dreams of the common peoples in communist China. If anyone feels depressed or heartbroken about the neutered, bastardized version of the poor man's 4chan, then please seek a 9-to-5 job that pays minimum wage to learn about the concept of depression. As for heartbreak, seek any American family, the majority of which do not function. Ah yes, an edgy account. Let me just translate this real quick into rough English. Lo and behold, a plethora of nonsense about as deep as the piss puddle the writer snorted before posting this. The part that I honestly find funny is the last two sentences. One of them you know for a fact is translated correctly, and the second one is anybody's guess. This is not poetry, just reality. If Miiverse is the supposed glass people have been drinking out of, must have been some heavy seawater. Nick here is taking things pretty hard, partially because of Miiverse, and partially because he apparently just learned that Carrie Fisher died. Now, keep in mind, this post is literally a couple days before Miiverse shuts down, which is November 17, 2017. Oh, fuck, that's not right. November 7th, 2017. Poor Carrie died back in December 27th of 2016. It has been almost 1 full year, and he is announcing this to everyone suddenly as if everyone else were the last people to know. Hope you get over this terrible news soon, Nick. I guess it's hard to get a newspaper delivered to that rock you live under out in the middle of fucking nowhere. Ah yes, one of the classic my parents beat me posts. Even when Miiverse dies, I'm sure there will be no shortage of these in the Splatoon 2 lobbies and whatever games are given posting functionality. Edgelords are not an endangered species. If you see one, toss it down a flight of stairs. You do the ecosystem some good. They hunt down and kill memes. You don't want endangered memes, do you? Speaking of damaged ecosystems, here's a terrible crime against nature. DAB is a word that I will never give any credit to. I'm glad it's a dying race. It is the worst race of all, right next to NASCAR. You were expecting a different kind of race joke, weren't you? Well, I already did that stuff earlier on. Are you glad it's dying now? Are you? I don't care if it's bait or not. Some bait should not exist. Now here's a chain that I just could not pass up. A veritable goldmine, if you will. It starts off with an honest question, which was poorly put together anyways, but still, nothing could prepare me for the avalanche of brainless comments. And keep in mind, I really trimmed the fat on this one so that only the creme de la creme remain. Conquest or birthright, which is better? Right off the bat, my eyes fucking hurt, as if Webster himself just dropped a gallon of acid and trying to make English harder and more inconsistent while he proceeded to fuck a cactus while wearing Miley Cyrus's outfit from Wrecking Ball. I don't know which one I'm going to buy yet, plus, do you get the choice to pick male/female corn in both games? Cause I don't know. Jesus, send me to hell now because I have seen a great deal of hell already. She spells which wrong, doesn't bother to capitalize either I or corn, but capitalize birthright and conquest, which I swear to God is probably a German word, has apparently never heard of periods or commas, but for some fucking reason apostrophed the don't and put in male/female. Normally, I don't care about being a grammar Nazi since I ignore those blonde moments where people spell does like dose. But on the other hand, by the wrinkled face of Garen, this has me groaning in discomfort. At least the comments will cheer me up. This guy is saying he recommends birthright because you can start skirmishes. Okay, not sure what he meant by that, but whatever. Sorry, $20. Birthright is super easy, but there are barely any good classes, while Conquest is harder like Echoes without any shrines. Conquest has Camilla, while Birthright has level 99s. Fucking what? Jay, do you mind if I call you Jay? Mr. Jimmy, is it past your fucking bedtime? Nothing that you said holds any water at all. Have people forgotten that we can scale the difficulty of both games? You can easily make Conquest look like a fucking bake sale compared to Birthright if you wanted to set difficulties. Could you make Conquest harder than Birthright? Absolutely, but I don't get why you're putting it on this pedestal the size of Mount Everest while you encase Birthright in concrete and let it drop to the bottom of the Mariana Trench. Secondly, barely any good classes. Oh my god, you are so wrong. And also, why the hell are you justifying Conquest at the end by saying,
It has Camilla!
As far as I'm concerned, Tits McKenzie couldn't justify a strip club or even a Vegas hooker. And the best part is at the very end. Birthright has level 99s. You just made Birthright sound more appealing because you're implying that level 99s are impossible to get in Conquest. If I said to a kid that in one game they could only level up their precious Pokemon to level 20, they wouldn't be too impressed. But if I said that in another version of the game that they could level up their Pokemon and a whole team of Charizards to level 99, they'd shit their pants right in front of me. Do you see how that argument works now? You have backhanded yourself. No, worse than that. Come here. Closer. I need to drop some transparent thoughts on you. Jamie, Jeffrey, Sir Jonas. You have been over your own argument and somehow, unknowingly had an affair with it. Don't have an affair with your words. You half-baked primordial soup of a cuck. Oh god, he could not keep his mouth shut. He had to keep on going. But Fates has amiibo that don't die after one turn. While I do admit that the usage of amiibo in Echoes was disappointing compared to Fates, because he's still trying to compare those two for some reason, do try to remember that not everyone is going to have a mammoth budget to buy 3 fucking story paths and plastic dolls of your favorite waifus and husbandos. And of course, he's still riding that Norian dick pretty hard, and he brings up weapon skills and Echoes for some reason. He does know that Fates and Echoes are totally different, right? He knows that. He has to know that. It's so obvious. And best of all, he brings up that Fates has an 80 health max, while the health cap in Echoes is 52. I'm sorry, but what? This was a question of whether she should get Conquest or Birthright. What in the name of Alm's dick armor does health caps have to do with... Okay, whatever, I'm getting really off track. But if numbers is what you really want to be concerned about, then maybe health really doesn't fucking matter when you can do this in Fates. Completely unsurvivable. Unless you had the miracle skill, but you probably wouldn't know about that since most of the Hashiden classes are just so bad. And if you thought that stuff was bad, well then, you're right, the worst is over. The next few are just absolutely ludicrous. And that's why I hate to love them. The ones I just went through, I enjoy hating those. Good old Andrew here says that he wants to have sex with the Wii U. First of all, necrophilia is greatly frowned upon. Secondly, thank you for letting us know that your chode rivals even that of a baby squirrel's. I really wanted the image of a sad child plowing a piece of plastic with a prick so tiny that a micrometer couldn't measure it. Yeah, I really wanted that image in my head. Thank you. Thank you for that. This next one I'm 99% sure is meant to be hard bait, but it's still kind of funny, cause Chinese people, anime characters, yeah, some of that isn't quite right. Not to say that China has never made an anime, but you get the picture. I have never played Genealogy or Tharsia, or Thracia.
With magical songs of magical songs of enchantment.
However you pronounce it, I don't know. But I heard how much elitists overhyped them. Man, I hate elitists. Meme King, I gotta agree. Elitists are the absolute fucking worst. I rate them on the same scale as the Boogeyman, the Loch Ness Monster, and Sasquatch. Ah yes, the infamous I'm going to sue Nintendo post.
Due to the combination of my 2-week ban and the eShop being down, I'm announcing that I will be suing Nintendo for $8 million. The only way you can stop this is by putting Goku in Smash. Your move, Reggie.
Who's Goku?
You know what? I'm actually going to frame this and put it in the wall of my bathroom so I can feel motivated every time I'm dropping Lincoln Logs into the porcelain throne. This right here is inspiring in some weird way, even if it is a modest shitpost. Okay, now let's not kid ourselves. The vast majority of these posts so far have very clearly been either baits, shitposts, or train wrecks. But this? I cannot read the intentions behind the first part of this. Proposing to a girl via Miiverse. Okay or not okay? I'm so confused. Is this a joke or not? But that's not what makes this a gem. As long as you draw a really nice anime-style picture to go with it. This is a lovely response. Sean here could not give less of a shit. I love this kind of stuff. Good shit, Sean. You are one of the few people who have made me proud today. Roses are red, violets are blue. I want Shantae to poop on my chat. Fuck you, that is absolutely disgusting. It's not a kink shame if one of his parents fucked a dung beetle. Shulk is basically a less racist Donald Trump. If anyone can draw parallels between British Luke Skywalker and an orange troll, then I will donate a large check to build a wall around them. I'm a straight male, but damn is Luigi hot. Have you ever regretted making a comment? If this is genuine, then bless this man.
Does anyone want to pray with you, chat? They have to be.
I really hope someone looked into this because, damn, that's a little scary. Holy shit, I'm glad Miiverse is shriveled up and dead now. Never mind, I take back what I said. This is modern art to the point where modern art cannot compete. And I'd like to think that this beautiful piece of art is going to make an impact in our future culture and become a subject of the times. Clearly, this is a tale of love and betrayal. Sanic pulled an innocent joke on Ryuk, who doesn't understand that the teasing came from a place of love. Green Mario is trying to calm down Ryuk, who is beyond saving at this point. The matter is not helped by the gossip whore who blows shit out of proportion, Claude Strap. And that concludes my quote-unquote tribute to Miiverse. Am I going to miss it? Some sick, bored part of me probably will. But in the meantime, I feel like the devil himself firmly groped the ass of my soul, so I'm gonna have a shower or 9. Maybe drink some soap so I can feel somewhat clean on the inside and maybe die.
What if I told you that the world was gonna end? I didn't have the